Hi, I'm John from BD, and we are 1 year on from starting my Celica project. Episode 12, believe it or not, that's one a month. I think back to when I got the car and the hopes and dreams I had where I would be a year later. In reality, we're nowhere near it. But anyway, this is episode 12. You know it's bad when you come to have a look at your car and it's in a storage unit. Well, I say it's in a storage unit, the majority of it is in a storage unit. Let's have a look. Right. This is where the Celica build is at. Fuel tank, suspension, body parts, interior, painted suspension parts, carpet, more interior, arch liners, more parts, more interior. This is where we're at, but today I'm going to sort all this crap out. I've got some racking outside there, and we're going to have a bit of a sort out because we're getting ready for the underneath to be sandblasted. So let's crack on and see what bits we've got. Only an idiot would pick the hottest day of the year to be moving around all this stuff in a metal storage container, wouldn't he? But that's me. Right, you know what I've needed today because it's reminded me how much I've actually done. Even though the car, you'll see the car in a minute, even though the car is still technically in a way being stripped, there's so much stuff that's already done and ready to be bolted on. So let's take a look, kind of in order that we've done it over the last 12 months. There has been a lot of to-ing and fro-ing from the beginning. Like, I went to get the wheels before, and then I went to get the suspension and refit the suspension, and I've painted bits and bobs. It's been a bit forward and back, where really what I should have done from the beginning is just start stripping the car, but hindsight is a virtue and all that. So let's see where we're at and remind ourselves of what I've done this year, but you know, what you've viewed and what you've supported me through. So let's have a look, let's go. Right, okay, where it began, Rotor D154 18-inch wheels, still here, still not been painted, but I've got them and they fit. Right, we've got these painted bits. We've got rear bumper, spoiler, wing mirrors. Okay, we've also got, carrying on with all the painted bits, we've got cross braces or subframe braces, what you ever call them. The side skirts, trim pieces has all been done after the welding. We've had both sills fully welded. The driver's side was worse, we went into the floor. All these little bits add up. We've got the spoiler infills, we've got the windscreen wiper arms, they've been painted. We've got the rear hubs, the bearing carriers. We've got the backing plates for the rear brakes. We've got all the rear suspension components all painted and ready for new bushes, whatever you want to call it. They're all done in there with the tank guards and all that. There's plenty of pieces there. That must be like 20 pieces. All the prop shaft components, they're all painted, blasted and painted. Engine mounts, one of them's ready to have new bushes put in. Drive shafts, all 4 drive shafts. Bloody hay fever. I don't know what that is, but that's painted as well. Episode 3, we got the new suspension, we fitted it. That was just a complete waste of time, wasn't it? But we've got the new suspension. There's all the old suspension. I'm keeping all the old bits. Normally I throw them away, but I'm keeping everything. Rear subframe, that's all painted, and another cross brace. front anti-roll bar, that's all painted to go with the white line rear anti-roll bar that's here. We've got all the interior completely out, everything completely stripped, all the car stripped, all the bits off it, ready for, well, we did any interior bodywork that needed doing, that's all done. We've got, obviously, front scuffle painted. We've got rear bumper carrier all blasted and painted. The front one we haven't done because we're fitting an RC bumper, and we need either to buy an RC bumper bar or we'll probably make our own. Okay, aircon's out, that's all stripped, that's not going back on. Here's more interior bits. Front bumper's off. We've got an RC1 coming of that. We spoke about this in the last episode. It's going to be a replica one. Exhaust is off. Rear hubs. We haven't done anything with the front hubs. We haven't done anything with the front hubs yet because we're devising a big brake conversion. We're going to make our own, I think, out of some Audi RS4 calipers, I think. We've also got a brand new front mount intercooler there, ready to fit. We've got all the aircon pipes off and all that, you know, all these little braces from inside the engine. Rear brakes, again, we're going to be doing a rear brake, big brake conversion on that, and I think for that we're using a Mercedes caliper and a Lexus disc. We've got the awful power flow exhaust off, which we're probably going to fit a Blitz silent power on that. We've got, what else we've got here? Oh look, we've got some genuine GT4 contract mats. So that's all the bits that are done and ready to be bolted back on the car. And now let's go and have a look at the car, because it's in, well, it's nearly ready to go, obviously, isn't it? Right, here's the shell. We touched on it in the last episode, but again, it's good to go through it all so we know where we're at. All the sound deadening is removed from the areas I feel it needs removing from. There's just a few little bits like in here which you can't get out, which you need to use a heat gun and scrapers. But I'm happy with where it is. I'm happy with the levels of corrosion that are on the car. Well, the small level of corrosion that's on the car. So this is ready for media blasting now. We need to do a repair on the front steering rack, the driver's side. That's in the UK. Driver's side, of course. The body, obviously engine's been removed, all like that. All the bodywork's been done. It looks a mess, but there's no point painting it before we blast it. 1 or 2 days prep and the body is ready for paint. So that's how far we've come as well. All the windscreen wiper linkage has all been removed because that was a little bit seized. So that's all been stripped out. We're going to have to remove the battery tray because we're going to relocate the battery in the boot because we're going to be having a front mount intercooler. And also, I'm very much tempted by the WRC airbox. There's a company in the UK that make those with a Volvo filter, believe it or not. So that's where we are. Obviously, glasses out. Excuse the state of the place. Bonnet's off, tailgate's off. So that's where we're at. It's been good today because what it's done is it's inspired me a little bit, because when you just see crap all over the place, it's hard to get a bit of a judge. You just see a big mountain of rubbish and you're like, you don't even know where to start. So I've spent the day today, I've sorted everything out. It took me 6 or 7 hours, but it's also giving me a chance to have a big clear out of work as well, because I've just had Celica bits everywhere. I've had customers' cars, I've got my motorbikes, and then, well, I've got to sort out all the paint room and all that. So it's hard to be able to juggle running a business whilst doing a project like this, but, you know, I feel a bit better today about it. Let's crack on. My good friend Marcin has gone back to Poland for the month. So the minute he's back, he's going to be sandblasting the shell for me. and then we can basically do the bits of welding that need doing, and then we can basically paint the whole car, and then we're bolting everything back together. So yeah, it's getting exciting. Got some calipers there. We're just sorting them out, but we'll do a separate video on the brake conversion when we exactly know what we're doing. Right. So I was planning on doing this great video. You know when you see one of those episodes of Friends and it's all the best bits? And I was thinking, I'll grab this bit from this episode and this bit from that episode and we'll do a bit of a montage, it'll all be great. But it's too bloody hot and I can't be bothered. So that's where I'm going to leave it today. It is just a bit of a catch up. I'd like to put out at least one video a month. I know there's not a lot of content, but we've got lots of stuff happening. I've got a big box of all parts that I've bought, which we might go through. And we're going to be starting to buy bits for the engine as well, pistons, rods, gaskets, bolts, all that kind of stuff. So it's been an adventurous 12 months, and there's been ups and there's been downs. There's been quite a few downs with what's been going on in the world, but we're here and we're still fighting strong. Big shout out to all the boys at Celica Island on Facebook. How are you doing? Post a vid. I'm hoping I can get over there when the car is finished. Big shout out to everyone else who supports the channel. If you can click, share, subscribe, whatever, you'd be doing me a favour. Alright guys, take care of yourself. I'll see you soon. Bye.